Part of the reason why MAGA followers believe that trans people are the face of shootings here in America is because the news media outlets that they religiously watch refuse to report on any of these said shootings unless the shooter is part of the BLT community or is trans. And I have been tracking this for a hot minute, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. First off, I'm going to start by showing you the coverage of the event that happened today. They are seething, foaming at the mouth, happy that the shooter was trans. The shooter had a name change, okay? And all of a sudden, the minute they found that out, their coverage skyrocketed. But I'm going to compare that to something that happened 2 weeks ago here in Austin at a Target, perpetrated by a man who was found, this guy right here, who was found naked and holding his Bible. This is the coverage. This is the coverage from them on that matter. And to drive my point home even further, let's compare these headlines by the same conservative news media outlet who reported on both events. When we look at the one from today, you can see that they specifically mention that they are male to female. But when they're reporting on the event that happened in Austin 2 weeks ago, the man with the American headband who ran in gripping his Bible and took the lives of 2 people, no, they don't mention his Christian affiliation whatsoever. And it doesn't just end there. This is a very common trend. Right here, remember the 4 people who lost their lives in a Montana bar? This was the pew-pewer, right? Yeah, this was the coverage that they had on that. They barely covered the event because the man looked like this and not like this. And this bias that you're seeing rings true every single time the perpetrator is a white, straight male, but I would not have been able to gather this information and do this compare and contrast if it weren't for Ground News. I wouldn't even know that this underreporting was happening if it weren't for things like Ground News' blind spot feature, in which I can literally see what the right is not reporting on. So if you're someone who values the truth and you just want to cut through the crappy media bias, you can head over to this site right here, or you can go to the link in my bio for 40% off their unlimited access Vantage plan. Ground News is the only news aggregate company that I use so that I can really, truly stay informed.